Today I'm going to show you how to take a simple crochet square and transform it into cozy winter slippers. The beauty of this is that you can use any style square you love, granny squares worked in rounds or even squares worked in rows using your favorite stitch. Pair that with your favorite yarn weight and the sky's the limit. For mine, I used Bernat Blanket Yarn, which is a weight 6 bulky yarn with an 8mm hook. If you want to make yours like mine, I'll pop all of the information in the description box. Basically, this is just rows of half double crochets. But again, I'll have all of those details in the description box below. To get started, a good rule of thumb is to make your square about 1 to 1.5 inches larger than your shoe size, though that can shift depending on the yarn and stitch you're using. For mine, I went up 2 inches and that turned out to be a little bit too big. So next time I'll probably go down to 1.5. For the seaming of your square is so easy. You're just going to take it and fold it. And then you can seam this together with either a tapestry needle or with your crochet hook. First, you're going to join the side together. This is going to be your heel. Leave an opening for your ankle. Join at the top. And then gather the yarn here to create the toe. Easy peasy. Once I finished my square, I did not fasten off because I'm going to join with a slip stitch. If you're using a tapestry needle, then you want to reserve about 2 times the length of your square. That should give you plenty. I'm going to do this with a slip stitch. You could do it with a single crochet if you like, or again, just use your tapestry needle. Going over to the other side. Making sure to catch both sides. Pull the yarn through to create a slip stitch. Keeping an eye on my tension. I don't want this to get too tight. That will make it really hard to work into. To help soften the heel, I would recommend that you go in just a little bit, just to help with that shaping. Before you move on or fasten off, just have a look at that, see what you think. And if it looks good, you can go ahead and fasten off and weave in your end. Next, decide how wide you want your opening for your slipper to be. I went with 4 inches. I measured the widest part of my ankle and that's how I got that number. Once you decide on the opening, you can fasten back on and do a slip stitch across, but just keep in mind that if you do that, when you put it right side out, you're going to have a little fine line or a divot shape. This was fine for the heel, but I really didn't like it for the top of the slipper, so I joined mine with a whip stitch. Again, reserve 2 times the amount of the area that you want to join. That was 2 for there. And then here we're going to be gathering the toe as well, so 2 more times here. And then because it always makes me nervous, I give myself a little bit extra. I add a teeny knot. I can take this out later. I just use that to help stay anchored. And then just whip across. And for your final opening, this is the toe. We're just going to weave the yarn through to cinch it closed. Just weave in and out. And then what I like to do is before I fasten off, I'll put it right side out, make sure everything looks good. Use that extra tail for more shaping if necessary. Make sure I don't have any holes. Once you're happy with that, snip your yarn and weave in your ends. For the ankle, I'm going to create a collar with half double crochets. Use whatever stitch you prefer for this. I worked with half double crochets, so I'm going to do mine with half double crochets. By the way, I'm turned right side out, meaning this is the side that's going to be showing. I'm going to fasten on and do a stacked single crochet. So that's one single, doing one more into the sidebar, so stacked double. To make that look better, I'm going to take this tail and weave that in to hold it in place. But for now, working all the way around with half double crochets. Adding an increase, I'm just adding an extra half double crochet just to help me get around the bend. I'm really not counting anything here. Just using my eye as my guide. So I did 2 in this space, I did 2 in this space. Chain 1 and turn. I'm going to do one more row. Half double into the first stitch, and then a half double in every stitch across. And again here around the bend, I'm going to add an increase just to help me get around that bend. So I did an increase in 2 spaces, and that feels pretty good to me. But again, that will vary depending on the yarn and stitch you're using. And then I like to take this little tail here. I'm going to help anchor in the beginning of that stitch. And then weave it in. When I say weaving in ends, I just mean you're taking your yarn tail and weaving it through the yarn fibers to keep it in place. Nothing too complicated. I just work it into a few stitches. And call it good. If you're using this yarn and you're worried about any kind of fraying, then a little bit of fray check or white glue dabbed on the ends works really well. Finally, if you have any concerns about your yarn being too slippery on the floors, then I'd recommend that you add some puff paint to the bottom of your slipper. Just add a few dots and you should be good to go. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, a like is always appreciated. These are super fast to make and super cozy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.